Please be seated. We'll have a few announcements. And first, we're going to do a little update on rewilding. And this has been a process that's been going for about 2 years now. Sherry, do you want to come up? And we'll do a quick bit now, and we can chat. We'll be downstairs to chat more about it. So, Sherry, can you tell us a bit about the process that we've been through? And then I'll introduce some of the design elements that we've gotten to.
All right, yeah. Should we go to the next slide? Is it the next one? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so Jonathan is leading this process, and early in the process, he put a call out to the church community on who would like to be involved in rewilding. And so I put up my hand way high. But also from the church that's involved is also Megan and also Rui, who has joined us for about a year now. He's also an architect. And then after that, we put up a call out to the community on, who would like to be involved in this. And we got some really local, great people. We have Amy Tessier, who is the garden coordinator at the Sunshine Garden. We have Theo, who did the art, coordinated the art on our church here, and has also done at Hardesty School, and she's also my back alley neighbor and an artist. We have Juliana, who went to Hardesty School, K-9, lives in the community, is also part of the community garden, and now she's a university student doing land reclamation. So, did I miss anyone? I think that's it. So it's a really great group of like-minded individuals who have come together to say, what can we do with this land out there? And I think we've been through this process as a church community where we investigated various, housing options and developments and realized, well, wait a minute, what if we use the land with a sense of bringing it back to where it was hundreds of years ago, rewilding it, and by doing so, reconnecting ourselves with each other and with nature. So we came up with this vision statement to nurture our relationship with the land through restorative ecological design, education, and sacred community spaces. So it's really to reconnect with nature and to reconnect with each other through a community space that is more wild, is more nature-focused. So these are the things we've done so far. We've been having monthly meetings led by Jonathan. We had a rewilding symposium. That was in the fall or summer? I can't remember. Where we brought spring. So we brought in some experts on rewilding and had some really interesting conversations here. We had a plant a tree challenge, so we're really wanting people to not just rewild this space, but for people to consider rewilding their own spaces by planting a tree in their yard. We made a labyrinth. That was fun. It was kind of a temporary labyrinth because as soon as I think it got mowed, it was gone again. But it was really fun making it and really meditative walking it. And it's something we'd like to incorporate into our rewilded design. And then we had a design workshop, which was a full day. We met in the chapel upstairs. It was really great. And out of that came these drawings. So, is that a good segue?
And along the side, I think his son has soccer this fall, so he hasn't been with us much. But some of you will know Rui and Kathy. And they kind of joined up with us last year. And he's an architect, and along the way he said, could I help with this? And we said, okay. And so he kind of helped and kind of led us through some design process. And we started sketching out. So beginning kind of, design goes from the big ideas down to the details. And we're not at the details yet. And we agree this is almost the most important slide or design to work with. So you can see just looking at the land, and we pull together ideas that have come from this community, the garden community, and trying to just talk through how it's used. You can see now in the snow, there's a track that the kids walk through, and so we thought a lot about that, how is the land used already? And so you can see if I can get the laser going here. Oh, it takes a while to warm up. I don't know. Anyways, you can see it kind of diagonal across. So there's the church, sanctuary, or annex, and it kind of goes, so you can see down a little bit, Jordan. It's starting about there and then goes diagonal across towards Hardesty. And so thinking of that as a throughway, and then seniors at Fulton Court, how is it used? Could there be some pathways through this area that could be all kind of thoughts like that? And Rui was pointing out we have this kind of amazing front to the church building, and I liked how he said it. It was like, can we create a gesture there that helps to kind of emphasize that? So he was thinking of kind of probably a hardscaped pathway that kind of leads up. We've got this kind of shape on the front of the church, and this is all just toying around with ideas, but that kind of the entry to the church space, entries to the kind of more rewilded space. We were looking at the parking lot, and if you look how people park in the parking lot, it's willy-nilly. And there's no design, and so we get one long strip of cars across the whole thing, and probably maximum 12, the way it is right now. And we thought, if we designed that better, could we open up some more space? And so I think he figured out how to get 18, actually design the parking lot, and we can fit 18 in a smaller space. And then we still have the full exterior of the church lot that can be used for parking that we don't really use right now. And so looking at that as a kind of unused space, and could we reclaim, play Joni Mitchell's song backwards and turn the parking lot into a forested area. And so that you can see in the kind of top corner of becoming a focus of rewilding, as well as on the other side, the labyrinth back there, maintaining some big gathering spaces that we could have. So those are some of the ideas we came to, and then he just kind of started fleshing that out, as architects are wont to do. And so this is one sketch of kind of what that might look like. From the top, you can see the long entrance into the church, the gathering space in the center by the annex, other paths that lead into that. And then this crazy 3D thing that he was able to do. So again, he was saying this is just how we design, is you kind of test these things out and then you can play with them. So we wanted to bring them now to the church community. We'll do this a couple times so we can get some feedback, thoughts. I've got bigger copies downstairs that we can talk through, and Sherry and I will be available we could talk for a long time about the process and all that went into it.